What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real reality or whatever. Period.
I wanna be famous. Do the whistle.
I don't know how to whistle. Why none of us know how to whistle? We exposing it.
I can whistle. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't whistle.
Yeah.
I'm almost there. I can almost whistle.
You know what always kills me when people do
like, I used to be able to do that.
Where's that process?
I can't do it no more. I used to be able to do it. Well, I would like pinch this and then like suck in air, like between my teeth. I did it once, and now I can't whistle. Mouth dry. Anyways, what's up, everybody? We're back with another fucking Total Drama Island reboot recap.
This is for kids.
Oh, my bad.
We're back with another freaking Total Drama recap.
Period. Kids. All right. Yay. So we started off the episode.
Wait, yeah, get the swears my voice. Yay.
We started. I think that's what kids like. I don't know what kids like. We started the episode off. And Bowie, I almost said my N-word Bowie. I really gotta.
My bestie, SD Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie, my bestie.
The little ass X on big ass Caleb.
Big who, Caleb? The little old X on big old Caleb.
Big old Caleb.
Ciao. Anyways, it started off the episode, and Bowie's talking to Emma because last episode Bowie was like, "I'm gonna make Emma my best friend because I need an ally in this game." So he's letting Emma know the reason Caleb went home because Emma was like, "How the fuck?" I mean, Emma's like, "Well, how the heck did Caleb go home when I obviously did so bad?" And Bowie was like, "Oh, I ate that up for you." By the way, I made sure.
Oh, you did that for me? And then you're like, "Well, we can just act like that." Yeah.
What was hilarious was she was like, "Well, why you didn't send somebody else home? Because I low-key wanted to look at Caleb a little longer." And Bowie was like, "Wait, you kind of clock it. Wait." And he was like, "Stop talking about it because now I'm getting mad at myself." It's really giving like gay culture because that's exactly what a gay person would.
No, I actually, everything Bowie does is like I can relate to so much. Like I said, it's just so great that this type of representation is on a kid show because, like I said, there are kids and teens who watch this who can relate to some of these people. Like we even get that moment in the end with Hezekiah Z being and he what's the word?
He's an amputee. He's
amputee. I said paraplegic. Is that the same thing? No, right?
Similar, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's not.
But, yeah, I don't want to get. I don't want to offend anybody. But amputee, and I just like small stuff like that. I mean, how many kids are watching this show, like who don't have certain limbs or things like that, and are like, "Oh my god." Because we would have never seen that in a kid's show before, or any real show before. Really, I don't see any amputee representation and things like that. So I love that they have all forms of representation because those things exist in real people, even children who are watching the show.
Yeah, exactly.
But out of all people, boy, want to have a final two with, I don't understand why it's Emma.
I think he was looking at his team, and on his team, you got the two dumb people. No shade, but Wayne and Raj, they just don't seem capable of helping. And then Caleb was an all-around threat, so he had to go. I'm not sure why he wouldn't choose Nichelle or Julia.
Maybe problem. Maybe he's not Julia right now. Julia don't have mother yet. But Nichelle, it could have been Nichelle.
But I kind of feel like he's looking for someone who he feels like he can control or run a little bit. And looking at this team, it's like, who could I run? It would be like MK or Emma. And then of those two, it's like, I mean, I could eat Emma up. I think that's what it is. Like, I'm trying to put myself in perspective. If him specifically, I'd be like, out of all the people who I could eat up in this team, it would be Emma. And there's no shade. And I think that's how he's feeling. So yes, Emma starts telling him more information about how Chase broke her car, and that's why she took her brakes, all of that. And he was basically like, "Oh, at the next challenge, just let me know, and I got you, bestie. Like we can get that. We can get him back for that." And she was like, "Well, why would we do that?" And he was like, "Girl, don't be so sweet. We gotta get him back." And it's like, I'm fucking with that. I'm vibing with that. I mean,
the girl will be mad. The girl will be mad, but they really still be in love, and that'd be the problem.
You think Emma is? I don't think Emma's still in love. Girl. Ripper on the other tribe, the ferocious tribe, Ripper and Damien are, or I think Ripper and Damien are bonding, or they're trying to bond. I guess they're the only two like I guess broy type dudes. I guess I don't know why they're not working with Chase. But anyways, the two of them are talking bonding. And for Ripper to bond with Damien, he's like trying to talk mess about Millie. And Damien's basically like, why are you talking mess about Millie? I don't understand. Like she take her notes in her notepad. I don't get why you mad about it. So Ripper goes, he starts making fun of Millie and takes her notepad. Damien gives it back to her and it's like, oh, he shouldn't make fun of you. I might. I like Damien. I don't like Ripper. That's what I got from this. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Hate Ripper.
Ripper is so annoying. Ripper is like, I was trying to compare it to someone. I feel like the best comparison is Owen, but Owen wasn't like obnoxiously annoying.
He was lovable annoying,
but it was lovable.
Yeah, he was lovable. Ripper is
so
he's mean
asshole.
He's mean. Owen was super nice. Like Owen didn't want to offend anybody. He didn't want to hurt a fly. He didn't want to hurt the little animals. Ripper is mean and nasty because he just walks around farting all his life. And I don't know what Millie doing. She's like people watching, and I love that for her. Let me not judge her. Like I'm sounding like Ripper, but girl, get in the game.
Right.
Okay. Boom. Axel does the most clearly because she comes home with a motherfucking squirrel. She's doing the most. She's trying to feed them the squirrel. I'm like, okay, you do a lot. So how I feel about Axel, you do a lot. Calm down.
And she went into the wilderness. Mind you, Chef cook. It may not be the best food, but Chef does cook. And she goes out into the wilderness, catches a wild whatever the fuck, and is trying to feed it to him. And basically force feeds it to him. She makes him eat it.
Like what? So she's insane. She has a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Definitely, like you can really get in some of the nuances a little bit because Eva and Joe not doing this. I feel they're forceful in other ways, but not in this like Axel's kind of like this survivalist, and I think like they tweak it a little bit. Like Axel's like the survivalist military camp girl. Joe was like.
Joe was like a military. Joe was a military girl, but just military. She's like Hup 1, Hup 2 type stuff. But it's like weird because she wasn't in the military. Brick was. I don't know.
Brick is more, I feel like, relatable to Axel slightly because they have that, but she kind of has Joe's personality. But in general, like Joe wasn't out here.
Joe was worried about the game. Joe was trying to win challenges. Joe was trying to do things to help us. And I guess this is Axel's version of doing that. She's just Axel seems like an extremist. Joe seemed normal. Like I could meet her on the side of the street. So yeah, that's Axel. Joe reminds me of Laurel from The Challenge. Random. But anyways, Axel doing the most. I actually like Axel. I don't like that she's doing the most, but I preferred her to stay in the game over the person who didn't. Because I liked her a little more. I'm like, okay, do your thing. I think she has a boring personality.
No, definitely. I remember when I watched this the first time, I was like, I hope Ripper goes. I hate that Ripper stays in this situation. They definitely should have written him off the show.
Literally. Maybe like sometimes they gotta like make us mad, I guess. But hey,
you're gonna die at what they do with Axel's character in season 2.
What?
You're gonna gag. I'm not even gonna hint to it. You're just gonna gag.
Girl, I'm gonna have to get into it. So MK, we see MK in the diary room. I kind of like MK a little bit because she's giving a little, Courtney T, like a little. I'm gonna use whatever I can. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do whatever I can because she's in the diary room and she's stole Julia's phone that had to get confiscated, and she's connecting Julia's phone to hack into the confessional. And it's funny because I remember seeing people talk about why is MK making it so far on one of these seasons. Anyways, they were talking about MK. And I was like, okay, I don't know anything about her, but why would people dislike her? And now that I'm watching, I like her. So I'm like, why do people not like MK? You don't like MK, Lee?
I don't recall much from our rewatch. And I think that's the problem.
Oh, beautiful gowns.
No, I know, like in season 2, I don't like because what I remember mostly is the half of season 2 that I watched. I didn't like what they were doing with her character in that season.
Okay, but right now I like that she did that. Like she's playing the game. She's trying to do something. So there's that. We get to the immunity challenge. The immunity challenge. I like this. This is a cute challenge. They have to sink the other team's pirate ship. So there's 2 pirate ships. There's a captain that they have to designate, and then they have to put these cabbages into the boom. What are they called? Cannons, and shoot them at the other team.
Okay, I'm out of here.
To sink the other team's ship. I thought this was a good challenge. Love this. Very engaging, very cute. Boom. The only issue is if somebody falls off of your boat, they're out of the game and they can't help you, anymore. They can't just crawl back on it. So we get into it and they start picking team captains. For the Frogs of Death team, if you're on YouTube, at the bottom, you're going to see the Frogs of Death. At the top, you're going to see the Ferocious Trouts. If you're not on YouTube, get with the names. Google it. I don't know. So Wayne decides that he wants to be the leader of the Frogs of Death. And nobody really complains about that. They're kind of okay with it. So I think this tribe, it makes sense because all of them are like, they're just going with the flow. They're just trying to win the game. They're just trying to move forward. They don't need that leader energy. They don't have to lead. They can fall in the back sometimes. So anyway,
what was your random? But what was your favorite team on the first one?
On the first season, it was
Screaming Gophers and the Killer Bass.
My favorite team was the one with Lashana, Gwen, and Heather, because Courtney was on the team with Harold and Duncan, and I loved Courtney and Duncan, but no one else on that team that I like. I wanted that.
I also feel like they extended more of the characters on Screaming Gophers.
Yeah, they definitely did.
I think most of them more than may merge, or at least towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it ended up about half and half who may merge when I did my rewatch. Mm-hmm. But towards the end of the game, it was more of the
all Screaming Gophers.
Mm-hmm. So definitely like them more. And then I think somebody like switched teams, so it was like it even made it even more. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely like them.
I think on this one, like maybe that's the big difference, or maybe I just don't remember from my original rewatch. That's the thing. That's why I don't mind watching things and then doing stuff like this, because I don't even remember shit, y'all.
Yeah.
But I feel like that team aspect was so huge.
It was. It was very. It was
I'm
very.
Not necessarily feeling that here, but it's not necessary. It's not.
I agree. I loved the team aspect in season 1. Like I loved that there was
the dynamic. 3 of them kind of had that. I think 2 less, but 2.
I agree.
1 and 3, the team dynamic was very, very important. I feel like I don't really feel that, and I watched all of this and half of the next one. I don't recall me ever getting that feeling.
Because the way they would like develop the characters was always based on kind of who was on their teams, and like you could see the character development within the relationships of the team, and it was just so interesting. Like the whole Duncan, Courtney, Harold thing was because they were all on the same tribe. So Duncan was bullying Harold, and then Harold was mad about it, and Duncan started dating Courtney, and that's why Harold did what he did. Like all of that is just so much character development, and I love that. So I'm like hoping or wishing stuff like that happens here, where it's like you and me are together, but he's mad at you, and da 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 da. Like all that conflict.
You get that in little ways, but
I like that
too major.
So yeah, we get to the immunity challenge. I personally wanted Frogs of Death to win because I like Bowie. Emma's working with Bowie.
I like more people on this team.
I like most people on Nichelle and Julie. I didn't want them to go just yet. Everybody else on the other team, I don't give a damn about. I mean, I don't care about. Truly, honestly. So
yeah, they haven't really built up, I feel like, a lot of their characters yet. We've seen a lot from Bowie and Emma.
Yeah, specifically.
And everyone else is kind of like haven't had the most screen time. And then what we get from like Millie, Ripper, and Damien this episode isn't, I feel like, anything too like, okay, you can latch yourself onto. Yeah, I do like Damien a lot. I just hate what they do with his character.
I like Damien so far. I love Damien so far.
I like him, but I feel like we don't get enough of him.
They better give me more. Quit playing. So Axel and Ripper both want to be the team captain for their team. They done ripped the hat. They start arguing over it, and Ripper's like, well, who on the team wants Axel to be the captain? And everyone raises their hand. That's why I was surprised she went home, because at this moment I'm like, okay, it sounds like y'all don't like Ripper. Millie already is getting bullied by Ripper. Damien already is sick of him bullying people, and all of y'all raise y'all hand when y'all want to Axel to be. So it's like, I mean, yeah, she fucked up, but also who cares? So anyways, after that they start bickering still. Axel kicks Ripper off of the boat. He's out of the game. She's messing up the challenge for them, and they're basically like, not you messing up the challenge for us.
I think that was basically the main thing. It's like, girl, you forcefully became the leader, and then as soon as you became the leader, you kick someone off the boat.
Like, you're doing too much. So anyways, they play the challenge, and by the end of it, Emma and Bowie done knocked all the people off the boat. They're knocking the people off instead of hitting the boat, because they were trying to hit Chase. And Wayne kind of took that and was like, we can just use that as a strategy. Now, I love when people try to strategize the challenges. That's what Courtney did a lot on the first season. And I always love that, because it's like, that's her form of strategy. Courtney wasn't like a Heather strategist in Lashana where she would manipulate the votes, but she would always make sure with the challenges, she would manipulate the challenge, either make sure the other team loses or her team wins. And I really like that, because it's just a different type of player. And I love that Wayne was like, hold on, y'all, let's actually use this, because I'm just thinking, oh, Wayne's a dud, he's not really in the game, but at least he's like trying to win the challenges in this type of way. And so they knock all of them off the boat except Z. And before Z is the last one there, Spicy Girl's with him. Spicy Girl. Scary Girl is with him.
Scary Girl's hilarious.
And Scary Girl is like, Z's like, how can we win? And Scary Girl's like, oh, we'll just ram the boat into them, so we'll both tie. And it's like, she's smart.
Why you didn't say smart? But I feel like the reason why she wanted to do it was not to necessarily win. She just wanted to hurt as many people as possible. And that was a funny thing with Damien earlier. She was like, I like when Damien screamed. So I was laughing when he was with the shark, but I didn't want the shark to kill. Like she was like, but if the shark ate him, he wouldn't scream at all.
Yeah. And I like when Damien screams. So that's why I saved him. And it's like, you're hilarious. But she tells Z what to do, and then she gets knocked off the boat, and then Z is about to ram his boat into their boat so they can tie, and then he covers his eyes because he's scared of the impact, and then the bird lands on the thing, twists the boat. Not a bird. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would not happen. This is a cartoon. But anyways, the bird lands on the twist the boat, and so Z doesn't ram into them, and then they end up losing the challenge or whatever. This is when he's in the water with the sharks, and the shark bites his leg off. And his leg is on. And I'm like, oh my God. And so were the girls. The girls were gagged. And then the leg gets spit back out, and it's a prosthetic leg. So Z is an amputee. So amazing. Love this representation. Oh, and what I loved was Axel was like, why didn't you tell us? And she wasn't mad, but she was like, why you didn't tell us you had a prosthetic leg? And he was like, the same reason you didn't tell me you have two real legs. And it's like, cock that tea. Because nobody's business. And I love they put that in there because it's like, that's representation. Like, people sometimes feel like people who have disabilities are obligated to let them know, or just people, like some people feel like gay people are obligated to let them know. And it's like, girl, you didn't tell me you were straight.
But that's why also I live for Total Drama. Like, you're going to see, watching this full season and next season, like, a lot of new age media is doing this inclusivity thing, and they're being, I feel like, equal across the board everywhere. But some people are not being too authentic with it. Like, it doesn't come off as authentic or genuine. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this one does. It's like nothing is that big of a deal. Like, Bowie being gay is not a huge deal. Him being amputee, Z being amputee is not a huge deal. Like, things like that. So much diversity being in the cast, it's not a huge deal. It's just there. Only people who make it a huge deal is weirdos watching it. They get offended for no reason. Like, that's the only people making it a huge deal. If you just watch it, just enjoy it. Like, there's nothing else to really analyze or dig that deep into. Like, it's just it's the same show with just more representation. So people who are actually like this in real life can actually feel seen. Because it was good. The original Gen was good based off of just being great characters and great writing. But this one is good for so many more reasons. And I think a big part of that is the fact that they have so much inclusivity.
Mm-hmm. And like, it's just like you said, it's just the same as every other development. Like, us finding out that Ripper likes to fart and bully people is the same type of development as us finding out that Z is an amputee. So it's like, it's just character development. And I feel like some people feel like it's different and y'all are forcing it and y'all are doing too much. And it's like, not really. Like, Ripper farts and Z has one leg. Okay. It's just that simple. So hey, we move forward. Emma and Bowie were trying to knock Chase off the thing, and they succeeded. They hit him, and when he came back on the beach, he was like holding his chest, and Emma was like staring at him out of pleasure. She was proud that she hit him, and he has a diary room. He's like, Emma still like me. Like, because she was still staring at me. I feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him. What am I talking about? But I feel I empathize with him because he, in his mind, of course he's wrong, but in his mind, he doesn't necessarily know that he did something wrong because he's like, I was just playing a prank. So it's like, it sucks because like,
you can't empathize with this stupid.
I can't empathize with
this. Chase is a representative of like 90% of straight men out there, unfortunately.
Oh no,
just socially unaware,
weaponized incompetence,
and how it affects other people.
Well, there's that. That's true. I can't empathize, but like, he likes her. So, anyways, he thinks she's.
Then why he kind of breaks?
It was a joke. I feel it's like it was a stupid joke, but damn. But I don't know if Emma still likes him. I feel like she probably does, because like he didn't change. He just cut a break. So it's like, if you liked him before he cut your brakes, he's still the same person who cut your brakes. So you probably do still like him. He just cut your brakes. Like, this is a punishment, but she still likes him. No shade. That's my guess. So anyways, we head to the marshmallow ceremony. And of course, it comes down to Axel, who do too much, and Ripper, who do way too much. Me personally, I wish they would have voted out Ripper. I'm surprised Millie wasn't like, y'all, let's vote out Ripper, because he was just bullying her. Like, who cares? Also, I feel like in the long term,
But
things.
Millie likes Ripper because it's for her case study.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She likes to study his stupidity.
That's very true. So she wouldn't have wanted to do it. We don't know nothing about Priya. I don't even know who that is. Like, she's clearly irrelevant.
For now.
That's funny how they start this off. Like, what the? But anyways, Damien, I like him, but he's friends with Ripper apparently. So I guess I get it. Honestly, in hindsight,
I can see.
I just felt
like if I have to
Axel
analyze, Millie wants someone that she can have a case study on. It seems like Damien and Chase would honestly be cool with Ripper.
Yeah, I think they're cool.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just felt like,
and I also feel like Axel probably don't talk to any of them for real.
She don't. She's trying to force them to eat, and also she was trying to force them to eat stuff. They probably don't want her to keep doing that. But I just felt like if we're thinking team strength, Axel could probably provide a little bit more. But then again, she was sabotaging them by kicking out Ripper. Never mind, bye, girl. So Axel has gone home. Me personally, I hope the ferocious trout just keep losing and losing and losing and losing and losing until it's just Damien left. Because I don't care about none of them over there. Truly.
Like I said, once again, I don't necessarily recall the boot order. So I even like Wayne. Next. I do know one of my faves.
No.
Yeah, we'll just get to that episode when we get there, child. But
oh Lord. But honestly, it
may be next now that I think about it, but I don't know.
No.
Yeah, girl, it's bad.
Girl, anyways. This is good. This is honestly so fun to like talk about because it's weirdly a lot to talk about. Like I always come on here and I'm like, oh wait, there's some stuff to say, huh? But anyways, we'll be back next episode to discuss episode 3 of Total Drama Reboot. It's going good so far. I'm kind of excited. We're also covering a lot of other shows. So if you're into reality TV like this is reality TV.
Period.
Definitely get into the rest of what we're covering. We're covering RuPaul's Drag Race for the gays. We're definitely covering the challenge for the people who like competitions. We're covering the GOAT for the people who's goats. We're covering what else? We're covering this, and we're covering Big Brother 3. So if you're into Big Brother 3, definitely get into Big Brother 3 or whatever. And that's it. Thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom. Yeah.
Wow.
Bye.